Ooh, all right. Gavin, have you ever had a burrito bowl?
No,
Have you ever had a burrito?
don't think so. No.
Really?
I guess technically I made them by like putting a stir fry into like a tortilla wrap, and that's it. That's a burrito.
Does that count?
I'm asking you. I don't know.
Get the judges. I'm not a burrito expert. I just see them on the menu, have decided I like them, and then eat them.
Like a burrito place in town with my friends that goes and eat in like every once in a while. But you know, like usually I would, because we were all like in work or work experience at that time, I would just bring my own lunch and eat that, and then I would just never buy anything. So I don't know. Perhaps one day I will buy it and see what the deal is.
You should, because my friend Connor was talking about how burritos are just straight up superior to burrito bowls, and I just haven't had a burrito bowl ever. I've seen it at Wawa, obviously. Wawa's only
We
recently.
just call like if a stir fry and like a tortilla wrap is a burrito, would not just make a burrito bowl just a stir fry?
Well, do you know what a burrito bowl is?
I assume it's the contents of a burrito inside a bowl.
Yes, exactly. So it's the same thing, but
Yeah.
you know, obviously there's a different mode of eating it, you know, with your hands and with a fork or spoon. I don't know what's better for eating rice. Isn't it like if you eat rice with a spoon, you're like a child or something? That's what I always. That's the vibe I always got.
I eat it with a fork, so I don't know.
Yeah, but like it always like falls through, right?
No, like if you're using curry, at least it all congeals together into nice ricey clumps of whatever sauce you're using.
Yeah, I don't know. But I did get a burrito bowl today because of that tweet to try it. And I made the verdict that the bowl is a bit tougher to eat. Like,
Okay.
the burrito is just easier. You take big old bites out of it. But, you know, the bowl has the benefit of it's obviously less messy. Like, you know, you aren't going to have rice falling on the plate and then no way to get it kind of thing. Because it's all in the bowl. But, it's actually kind of funny because earlier you were doing, what's it called? Splatfest.
Yes.
And you were getting chicken during it. And
Yeah.
during that, I even was like, you better be eating with a fork. And you were. But it's funny because that fits the burrito bowl scenario pretty well. Because if you got shit on that Pro Controller, I would be a sad Chad.
I mean, I don't eat like messy food like that when I'm playing a game, or if I do, I just put the game down until I'm done.
Yeah. But that could be a benefit to having a burrito bowl, you know? You can play games while eating it. I was gonna like get a burrito and a burrito bowl, but then I figured like I might actually die. Like I don't know how many calories that is.
Yeah.
I could take it. I know I could take it because I'm a fat fuck who can eat much more than everyone else. But it's I figured it'd just be better if because I know what a burrito tastes like, and I know how eating a burrito is, so it's fine. Yeah, you should do that. You should go get a burrito.
I mean, I'd have to go into town to get it, and I don't know how much they cost.
Probably about as much as a sandwich, right?
I mean, sandwiches here are stupid expensive for sandwiches. Same price of a sandwich here, I can just, you know, get like a loaf, or like a tub of butter, and like, you know, like a packet or two of ham, and make like many sandwiches for the price of one.
Butter?
Yeah, butter.
I don't know if I like the sound of that.
You don't butter your bread?
Nope.
Okay, that's very weird.
What? The bread for your sandwich?
Yeah?
You butter the bread on your sandwich?
You don't? Like,
No.
even like the ones you buy here are like fucking buttered bread, like always.
I think I remember that too when I
Universally.
went over to the UK and whatnot. I always forget what it is. British Isles, is that the proper nomenclature for
No, you said United Kingdom.
United Kingdom? I thought that didn't
UK,
include
United
Wales
Kingdom.
or something.
No, Wales is part of the United Kingdom.
Everything over there is a part of the United Kingdom, like Scotland
Except,
and...
like everything except the Republic of Ireland. Yeah.
Okay, what's the word that includes the Republic of Ireland with everything else?
I mean, generally you shouldn't, because it's not part of the United Kingdom, and it's very... If you do that, you're most likely to get slapped by basically anyone here.
So I just say the UK and Ireland.
Or just say the UK.
But what if I'm also going to Ireland?
Well, then you say and Ireland.
Okay. On my trip to the UK and Ireland, I seem to remember the bread being buttered, which is fine, but it's kind of funny. That seems like, it would be an Americanism. But that's not really the norm around here, I don't think. You could probably order butter with your sandwiches.
It's very weird.
It's
Very,
like,
very weird.
like I could get mayo with my sandwiches, and I used to because I felt bad about only getting the meat, the cheese, and the lettuce. Because I'm like, I kind of need more variety on my sandwiches, or
The
else I'm gonna
meat,
look like
the
an idiot.
cheese, and the lettuce.
Yeah, that's usually what my sandwiches are.
Okay. It's a lot in a sandwich.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really? Because I always
mean,
felt like that
generally
was
when I eat
too
sandwiches,
little.
it's just bread, butter, and whatever meat or whatever fruit is in it.
You want to do cheese?
I don't like cheese.
Oh, yeah, right. But if you like cheese, do you think you would do cheese?
It would just be cheese by itself, probably, instead of like cheese plus something else.
A cheese sandwich?
Yeah.
It's better than
At
a
the
toast
point-
sandwich.
After a point, it's like it's just too packed, and it's like, well, this is all just gonna spill out all over the fucking place. Happened once when like I went to like a restaurant that I was like, ah, here's like we have like fancy burgers, like 5 different things in them. It's like this like literally fell apart the second it got to my hands. Like it just crumbled, bap and all, just crushed, just fell apart. It's like, well, I just have to eat this awkwardly with a fork and knife, thanks.
I used to get mayo with my sandwiches, and it's
I
like
mean,
mayo.
even when I go to like
Shit. But only also want someone disconnected, so be mindful of that.
yeah, I know.
And I'm being
Like,
barraged, so
yeah, so am I.
sorry again. They're two snipers, so I don't have a good hyper.
I stingray, but I have literally no chance of stopping you.
They're both aiming at me.
I killed one.
Dead over here.
I'm dead.
Shit. Well, we
Not
have the
cool.
quota, so I'm just
You're the
gonna
only one alive.
go. Jesus Christ. Oh, this is what it looks like low tide. How about that? That's pretty cool. And then I'm like, mayo feels too fattening. I don't need it. Once again, I usually only eat food for sustenance, so I don't really like. I'm not really someone who puts a bunch of flair in their food. I'm pretty plain and normal.
For me, it depends on the food. Like, in stir fries, I'll put something with like fancy shit in, like all like different chili and curry or whatever the fuck. Depends on what I'm doing. I curry like different chili and spices and whatever the fuck. Different meats. Sometimes like, I'm gonna also throw in portobello mushrooms. I want to put rice in the next one. I haven't done that yet.
Oh god. Okay, one alive.
Here comes the snake. Of course, there's 2 taxis. Why wouldn't there be?
Oh my god.
Sniper literally will not leave me alone. I'm alive.
Get the other guy. Oh my god, no!
They're literally all chasing you.
There are 2 maws.
Oh, well, I just got one shot left flying in.
Oh my god, no. No, I'm out of ink!
You burn your super and then just throw.
Fuck! I had the shot lined up. I was holding the shoot button. It's just because of how it has the reload time or whatever. You were both right there. It was over. God damn it.
I'm surprised we got that far, honestly.
Yeah, really? We could have probably made it too. There were maws and shit if we had just could dance around everything just enough.
It's almost like they should lower the amount of enemies when there's a disconnect or something. Almost like that would be good game design or some shit.
What the fuck did spaghetti do to you to deserve this? Okay.
What?
Basically, I tweeted about the burrito bowl verdict and stuff. My opinions on the burrito bowl. And then... and then I, you know, took a pot shot at spaghetti. Okay. Because spaghetti is just harder to eat pasta. The burrito bowl is, you know, a little bit like a harder to eat burrito with all the rice and shit. So, I'm like, it's nowhere near spaghetti tier. And I forget, have we talked about this before? We must have, right?
I don't think so, because it doesn't sound familiar to me, but whatever.
I haven't even talked about it with you?
I don't think, I mean, I don't remember, like, it, so, I don't know.
Okay, what do you think about spaghetti?
I like it.
Okay. What do you think about pasta?
Never been really fussed on pasta.
It's the same thing.
At least actually not. At least the way I've had it is that pasta tends to be flavored differently.
What the heck?
I don't know if that's because of how it's been cooked, how
you know
what's been cooked with.
Are you eating wheat pasta?
I have no idea what the difference is.
It's like white bread and wheat bread, basically.
Yeah, I don't know what the taste difference is or anything, so I have no way of knowing. I just know it was called pasta, and I wasn't very fussed on it. Whereas regular spaghetti we ate is just kind of like, yeah, that's nice.
That's weird. Because, like, at least for me, spaghetti tastes exact. Why did you not go down? Well, their name is up, I guess. But,
Oh, well, fuck me. I guess I just got pinned into the earth, and I don't know where he went. I think he just died. Cast himself into the sea at the end for some reason.
Yeah, probably. It's like spaghetti and pasta taste the same. It's just spaghetti is harder to eat. So why do people eat spaghetti? Fuck you, spaghetti. Like
in my case, it's a taste thing, and I actually prefer spaghetti's taste, so I don't know.
But if they both tasted like spaghetti, which they do for me, which one?
Still would just eat spaghetti.
But I don't get it. I don't get it. For pasta, you just take the fork, stab it in, lift it up, put it in your mouth.
That's what you do with spaghetti.
No, no.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Spaghetti's
I put the fork in and I just eat it.
Spaghetti's the long thing. The
yeah,
long
I know.
pasta.
I put my fork in it and I take it out and I eat it.
Are you telling me you scoop spaghetti?
I mean, I guess. I don't know. Like I just put the fork in, I lift it up, it's around the fork, and I just eat it.
You twirl around the fork.
No, I just put the fork in, I lift it out, and the spaghetti on the fork, and I eat it.
Is there some regional difference between names here? I'm
no, like spaghetti, I know what spaghetti is, you fucking dipshit. Like I'm telling you, I just put the fork into the big pile of stringy shit, I take it out, the strings are on the fork, and I eat them.
You stab spaghetti with a fork.
Yeah.
Is UK spaghetti magic? I would love that.
Are Americans just incompetent at using forks? I don't know.
No, it's just like spaghetti's too thin to stab. It's too thin and too long to stab.
You just put the fork in, it just wraps around the fork basically naturally. You don't have to twirl it. It just goes in, it just hooks between the prongs, and then you just eat it.
You need to do like a social eating stream of you eating spaghetti. I need to see this because that's not how it works here, or at least with me. You have to put it in, you have to twirl it, and then you have to put it in your mouth. But that's in the best case scenario. Because there might be times where the spaghetti is, like, there's still a little tail on it. And then if you eat it with the tail, you look like a fucking idiot, a stupid baby child idiot, because you're slurping it up because, you know, you have to get it all in your mouth. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, and then on top of that, it also hits your chin. So then you have to use the napkin because you have sauce on your chin now because of the tail. Either that or you
or
roll.
just use your tongue.
What are you talking?
Just lick it off your fucking chin. Clear.
Not all of it. That's not how it works. But even then, you have to lick it off. I'd rather, you know, have it all go in my mouth normally. Either that, or you just twirl it up, and then the spaghetti's too big. But you don't want to do all the shit I just described, so you put it in your mouth anyway, and you have to deal with eating too much spaghetti in your mouth. Why? It's like, it's too complicated. This shit is too complicated compared to just stabbing into a tube of pasta and then putting it in your mouth with the same taste.
Alright.
Spaghetti makes me so mad, I hate it. What's even worse is like, I'm the only one. I'm the only one. Every time everyone's like, you know, what's wrong with spaghetti? I like spaghetti.
I'm beginning to think you just do it wrong.
I have to see how you eat spaghetti because that doesn't sound right. That sounds like you're just like fucking with me. I don't have any ink.
I don't know anywhere I can get like takeout spaghetti. I don't think so.
What about OK Spaghetti?
I don't know what that is. I don't think we have it here.
That's an NLSS.
Oh.
Were you here for
I
3DD?
remember. No, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. Didn't know it offhand because there's a place in town called OK Sushi, and I'm kind of like,
Really?
Is it an off brand? Is this a thing? Is there one of these for like each type of regional food?
OK Sushi kind of sounds like it's a local thing, right? Not a whole brand or whatever.
No, it's a brand. Like
Really?
it has like shops across the UK.
Okay, I haven't heard of it, but then again, I never eat sushi, so I don't think I've ever eaten sushi actually.
I haven't eaten sushi myself. I keep wanting to try.
Really?
Yeah.
You surprise me with these things.
It's almost like I regularly don't have money for some reason.
Oh, yeah,
And just
sushi's
can't
expensive,
afford these
isn't it?
things. I mean, like any sort of takeout or like restaurant food is pretty pricey, so that's why whenever the NLSS talk about the newest restaurant, like these rich bourgeois fucks.
Or just
when you're skint and don't have a job, you know.
I figured, like, you know, maybe at least once in your life, you know, like you might have had the opportunity at least once.
I mean,
or
no,
something.
because like generally when it comes to food, it's like I could spend like X for like this food, or I could just make something at home and eat that for like nowhere near the cost.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting into now, thankfully, because in the past it was just, why would I not just eat at Wawa?
It's cheaper and more satisfying than what you're saying.
I don't know about that. I think, you know,
I mean, I relish being. I want to start baking like this week. Come on, like I've talking about like, hey, dig out a baking book.
okay,
Okay,
now I
sure,
kind of wish
that's
I could
good.
do that, but I live with people and I'm afraid of failing and them working around, so
I mean, so was I, but like like I was also like if I meal it though, I can like make my family eat it and then go like, oh yeah, Gavin can make the food and shit. And that really made me go like, that became the thing where like I would make like dinners from like my sister, my dad, sometimes my mom. It's like, oh yeah, it's like, like they're like, Gavin can like cook. It's like, yeah, can't. It's satisfying. Like, yeah, I can fucking do this. Like, yeah, let's go.
Are you gonna make spaghetti?
I mean, if I knew how, probably.
Or not? On the line. To the line.
Hell, maybe that's how I'll do it for this apparent social. I'll just fucking make it myself. Just get the sticks and off you go.
Oh, we do have enough. How about that?
We do, but we're absolutely being
Ow.
fucking mixed.
I'm dead. Maybe once I live alone, I'll go buy baking goods and try to bake and then waste money because I failed and then never do it again because I failed and then it's sad.
And, it's just even like fucking up in front of someone is fine. You
No,
know? Like, that's
that
how you
part,
learn.
I'm fine without. You know, maybe at some point in my life I'll be living on my own, and that's when I'll start being creative.
I mean, we fuck up in video games all the time in front of people.
Well, that's in video games in front of people. It's like different.
And shit, when I first met Stu, it was when my mom was away on holiday, and I didn't really have anyone to ask about it, and it ended up taking like 2 or 3 hours longer than it should have. Like my sister had friends over, and just kind of like, "What's happening?" And I'm just kind of like, "This was meant to be a stew, and it is halfway to being a stew in like twice the amount of time." And they're just kind of like, "Oh, okay." I mean, granted, none of them cook, so yeah.
You have to start making soup.
I mean, we do.
That way I can say one of my favorite YouTube food lines.
We make vegetable soup for Sunday dinners sometimes. You just whack a whole big fucking pile of vegetables into water.
Whack.
You just dump them in the big like pot, and you just fill it with water, and it's like, you just let it simmer, and like all the juices go into the water, and it becomes a soup.
Fuck. I'm probably in the minority.
Sometimes you use soup stock, depends how thick you want it, shit like that. We also just we have meat with it, so we just dump the meat inside it, so it also flavors the soup.
Oh no, I just kind of don't get the point of soup.
It's nice and tasty. I don't know.
It's probably tasty, and that's probably where the discrepancy lies with me.
You not like soup, man?
I mean, it's like, how I talk about how spaghetti's hard to eat?
Yeah.
Soup is like the antithesis of hard to eat.
Yeah, so you just put it in a spoon.
Did I say antithesis? I meant epitome.
Wait, the epitome. So you find it extremely hard to eat.
Yeah, yes.
Hard.
It's just like you have to get a soupful or a spoonful of liquid and then go, and then it's hot. It's hot. So you gotta wait for it to not be hot. But if you wait long enough, it's too
put the spoon in your mouth, and there you go. Like, it's in your mouth. You just you whack it off with your tongue, and yum yum.
Why do you keep saying whack?
Whack.
It's weirding me out. That crack is whack. Oh fuck. It's just like, I mean, and the thing is, a chicken noodle soup. It's like the chicken's there at least. But I haven't had chicken noodle soup in ages.
I haven't had chicken noodle soup ever.
Cause now I'm like, when I'm sick, I just fucking deal with it. Nothing's gonna help. Have you ever taken NyQuil or something similar?
Nah.
Or it's like supposed to help you get to sleep when you're sick because you can't sleep because you can't breathe through your nose and your nose is running.
Nah, I just rub vapor rub on my chest, and that clears my nostrils, and then I just pass out.
On your chest? It clears your
Like,
nostrils?
Yep, you just rub it on the very top of your chest, a bit under your nose, mostly on top of your chest, and the vapor when you're lying down, the vapor flows upwards, you're into your nose, breathes it in, clears your nose, and off you go.
On the chest.
On the chest, yeah.
You mean the
your chest, the thing that has your heart in it.
Not like a different name for the area under your nose or something?
No, I mean your chest where your tits are. There.
My tits.
Your tits, yeah.
Okay, that's a new one for me. But if it works, it works.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't in that sense as a fucking kid. My mom did it for me when I was a kid when I couldn't sleep with a blocked nose, and it's always worked. You can smell it quite clearly, and that's all you need. And the chest is a broad area, so you can smear more of it all, which means you have more of it all, which means it clears more quickly and more efficiently, and then
I don't know if I trust that, because it's like, then just your entire bed smells like... Oh wait, do you sleep on your back?
Yeah.
Oh,
back
okay.
inside.
It's weird for me. I can't sleep on my back.
I don't know, I just don't feel comfortable sleeping on my chest, because always, eventually I just go oh, I feel like I'm crushing myself.
Okay, now it makes more sense, because I didn't really consider that.
Yeah.
Sleeping on your back. I slept on my back when my arm was broken. That's it. Because I couldn't sleep on my side, and sleeping on your front when your arm is always bent at a 90-degree angle is not good.
He's pretty terrible, yes, I would imagine.
It was hard to get used to. I got used to it, and then I'm like, fuck yeah, I can sleep on my stomach again.
I'm like, sometimes in my sleep I'll roll onto my chest and sleep just fine, but like going to sleep I can't really do it on my chest because it just feels weird, like I'm pressing my face into the pillow. It's kind of like that.
I can see that. Yeah, it's like the NyQuil stuff, the stuff that makes supposed to make you go to sleep. I took like more than the usual dose, and it still wouldn't knock me out. I guess it just doesn't affect me, maybe because I'm a little big. I don't know. But it's just I've since
I mean, I imagine like most Americans are like far bigger than you, so
yeah, but
I feel like they should account like a, you know, it should be like a horse tranquilizer for everyone who isn't that size.
Yeah, I just let it happen. It's like I'm sick. Well, I'm just gonna be shitty for a week. Fuck me. Or more.
I mean, that's how I usually do it, and it's like, yeah, it's fine, whatever. You just gotta tank it, it's fine. The most I'll take is like, if I have a headache that's actually like, really fucking bad, I'll take like something to make the headache not throw up as much. That's about it.
Oh yeah, I take like Advil and stuff sometimes. I don't know how much it works, but might as well, right? It doesn't do any harm unless you take too much of it, then it'll give you stomach ulcers. But I have yet to experience that.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. I'm young. Like, you know, you might be old and have like hip pain and then take a bunch of Advil and then get stomach ulcers when you're 60. You don't know.
I also got one in, we're good. Still alive.
Island.
Ugh. The Splatfest was
I mean, I was gonna bring up, I already had it before the Splatfest, the Clash Blaster Neo with curling bombs and antenna missiles, and how that would be something you would enjoy, and then I turn on the stream and you're using it, and I'm like, fuck!
yeah, it's quite good. The only problem is the same thing with, you know, all the time I play with the Clash Blaster, is that if I get paired with people who don't want to ink, which is a stupid amount of the player base, I lose automatically, no matter how good I play. And that was kind of the problem. It was kind of like, well, it fights just fine. It covers ink moderately well, but you know, I prefer the Tenta missiles, especially because like that's a lot more preferable as a super than the Stingray, because you can be more immediately usable, covers grind better. Curling bomb is quite handy and useful. But
Do you even do the curling bomb thing?
no, I forgot to in the end.
Wow. I went through all the effort of
I
booting up the game.
something else out though, because I witnessed a teammate do it. He took out the Stingray and used it to snipe the furthest away hook on the enemy side of the map and just slung all across the map to it.
I mean, if that created a power play, maybe, but...
It basically did. We won that fight pretty handily. So, you know, fair play to him. I do think hooks should be in like some of the normal maps.
I don't.
I mean, not lots of them.
That
but,
looked
like,
too fucking
like,
annoying. You were using a blaster, so it's like you either had to
mean,
aim
this is
straight
like the flip
at
side
the
of
ground,
it, yeah.
or you would be sent to the hook, and then you'd have to sit through that whole animation, and then you'd have to fall, and then you're a sitting duck, and you didn't even mean to hit the hook in the first place. I would not stand it.
Also, there's like, for instance, if you have like the Aerospray and its multi-bomb thing, or basically any multi-bomb one that can like whose bombs can reach and trigger the hook, you can end up slingshotting yourself back and forth between two hooks depending on how you throw them, which I ended up doing by accident and got myself killed.
Also, doesn't hitting the hook end your hyper?
It seems to, yeah.
Yeah, that I don't like that either.
It depends on the hyper, because I could see like ending inkjet, okay, fair enough. I feel like it's shooting and stuff like multi-bomb launchers.
Yeah, because you're throwing those around and then they explode. And those hooks were right, like, not that high above the ground, like about as high as the top of the basket here.
Like they're as high as it takes for like any gun to be able to shoot up and hit it, basically.
Yeah.
it's like it wasn't the concept I entirely hated. Like I have issues with like the slingshotting thing, but I feel like placements or whatever can be used to make like mitigate that.
I mean, the thing is, they needed to have them that low so every weapon could use them instead of just a
Yeah.
sniper, but at the same time, it doesn't really work, so I think it's just inherently
I don't
flawed
think it's
unless they do
inherently
something.
flawed. I think you could like a place or design it so that it works fine. It's just it needs more thought than this had. Like you probably need to design the level around them rather than just have them there.
Well, you know what they say about shifty station levels.
What?
They're designed poorly.
I don't agree with that.
I was trying to think of like a rhyme or something.
It's like the dome one I quite enjoyed, so.
Well, that's because it was a neat mechanic, but, you know, it still had it could be improved. And if it is improved, by Jove, we have it. The perfect Splatoon map. Oh, did you see that missile? Jeez.
Yeah, and there was also that time in Splatfire, so I fought an entire team who all had 10 missile weapons, and it was hell. Especially since one of them got the 10 missiles off 6 times, and you know what? At that point, just fuck you, frankly.
Should have gotten that malls. Oh well.
Oh my god. I'm just being continually pushed into the fucking ocean by the endlessly spawning cohorts and taxis. Fucking taxi.
Nice. There's team that is dead.
Over here.
Yeah, and I did not participate in the Squad Fest because I already know.
Yeah. You're still like going, oh, maybe one day. It's like, no.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
you're,
I'm like,
you're
Gavin,
done and out. Like, it's fine.
Gavin will get mad at me if I say he's not allowed to make fun of me for not liking Turf War.
I mean, I won't make fun of you for it.
It's like, what was that one thing you said? And I'm like, fuck you.
What?
I forget what it was specifically, but it was like,
Like, what was the sentiment, I guess?
oh god, hold on, let me think because I'm too busy.
Yeah, mind flooding is occurring.
Yeah. Knock it off, Moss.
It's another one.
Yeah, I know. It was just something like I think it was like I was talking about multiplayer or whatever, and you were like, no, that wasn't it. And then I talked about
What's the
Splatoon
level?
and stuff too. I forget. It was something. It was something though, like no, it couldn't have been that. It was something like you're not allowed to. Fuck, whatever. I don't know. This is a failure. Fuck this. Jump ship. You just that I firmly believe that Gavin has the same sentiments of Splatoon 2's main lobby as I do, but is a bit more stubborn and less willing to just give up on it.
I mean, like, I still feel like there's a great game in here.
Oh yeah, it's
fucking fun when it goes, but it's also the thing of like, you don't have to player base with children.
I mean, yeah, I'll acknowledge that Splatoon 2.
And the children keep getting put on my fucking team.
It's like Splatoon 2's a great game, and I mean, that's why I keep wanting to play it, right? Just the mechanic of inking the ground and then having that as mobility and reload thing is like genius. It's been genius since it was first announced. It's still genius. It's just more of a me problem with, what's it called? Ladder anxiety and stuff like that, where I just get angry. It's like, just repeat to yourself. I was gonna make a tweet, just line for line repeating, it's okay to die in Splatoon 2. It's okay to die in Splatoon 2. It's okay to die in Split, and then, but it just always feels like I die more than everyone else, and that's usually the case because I get raffle stomped, which is still a good word, and then feel like I want to die So just
I mean,
no.
like I sometimes have matches where like I do complete shit. It's like, ah, well, fuck me then. But a lot of the time, like when I play, like I can genuinely just go like, if I have a Clash Blaster, I should not be like second or top scoring in inking, for instance, right? Like I just
Yeah,
shouldn't be.
I don't know about that.
And
It shoots
like
fast.
I mean, yeah, but it doesn't cover a lot of turf as opposed to say like a regular gun.
Well, it doesn't perfectly cover turf.
The last time I was like, playing just regular turf war, just go like, I want to like start playing this regularly. Why not? Before I just got mad at the matchmaking. Like I was top scoring over people who had guns, had rollers and shit. And it's kind of like this should not be. Like these people are getting like 300, 400 points with like top tier ranking weapons. Like I shouldn't be outperforming these people in raw score, and I'm getting like like 11 kills, like 8 kills. Like I'm fucking just doing what I do, and we're still losing because no matter what I do, I lose because everyone else is either shit or is not really playing. It's kind of like it's fucked. Just like you need like a full team of people if you want to even have a chance, because you
And
cannot
even
trust
then,
like public players. You just can't.
I forget what I was gonna say.
You mean like I should forget, or you have forgotten?
I forgot what I was gonna say. Fuck.
But yeah, no, like my problems with Splatoon are like technically not design problems, I guess. It's like I don't feel this is something Nintendo for themselves can actually really fix per se. It's like what can
They could
Nintendo
definitely fix
do?
one portion of it.
Sorry, what?
They could definitely fix the disconnects.
Well, I mean, yeah, they can fix that part, but like
I remember what I was gonna say now.
even with okay, go for it before you forget.
Because I was talking about like dying is normal.
Yeah,
Because like when I watch like your streams and other streams and stuff, it's like very satisfying to just see everyone like, you die and then you see like 3 other people die on your little kill cam thing, and it's
yeah.
like it looks hectic as shit and stuff. And I'm like, that's the stuff I relish because it makes dying feel normal. Like
I mean, you can see that when I play, because I play like very kill heavy weapons. You just see everyone else fucking dying.
Yeah.
Especially if I get on like a streak or whatever. It's like, oh yeah, like everyone has got the right places and they all just fucking die.
So it makes death seem like a minor setback, something everyone does, no big deal.
Minor
But that's-
setback for enemies, insane setback for us, because I swear to God they respawn faster. I know they don't. You can say they don't. I know, but my brain will keep thinking this, and I can't stop it. So yeah, but go ahead.
Man, just, I always go back to like TF2. There are like 20, well, no, there aren't, but like 12 people per team instead of 4, so when you die, it seems less bad. And stuff
See,
like
that's
that.
actually why I prefer Splatoon generally. Like, my problem with like a lot of multiplayer shooters is that the team sizes get so big that any one player's individual contributions just don't fucking matter. Like, you're just irrelevant. The Battlefield games are like a really big example of this, where it's like, like 40 people, 60 people, like in a match, like 30 aside, and it's just kind of like you can in Battlefield like 4 especially, you can see there's a lot of times you just see people not even doing objectives shit, just doing stuff that'll get them EXP, because like literally there's no point to doing the objectives, because it's just it's just more efficient to just do your own thing to get experience points rather than actually try and win the match, because any one thing you try and do yourself is just pointless against that many players or in that team that big.
I mean, I can see that, but, I guess with the way I play, I usually just do the objective or play as medic and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's just like not a thing for me. I guess like I feel like I'm a part of it, but that's also kind of the reason why I can't get into Overwatch as much. I talked about like the MOBA aspects and stuff, but like it's like 6v6 and it's better than Splatoon, but in that regard, but it's still like it does feel like there's a bit more pressure.
That's the thing. I prefer the games where it feels like I'm actually doing something that matters, rather than the games where it's just like I could just stand in place and change nothing. Like the Battlefield example, I could just do nothing and nothing would change.
I could see that. I guess it's just not something I believe, but I could. Well, not believe, I don't know.
It depends on the game, of course. Like Team Fortress 2 at 12 is probably like that's probably like a closer to ideal size, probably. I think the ideal size might be like 8 or 10. I don't know. It probably also depends on the game and the size of the maps and shit. But even in Team Fortress 2 at times, I felt like anything I was doing that didn't really seem to matter. I mean, granted, that's probably also because maybe I'm just complete shit and just being carried. And, you know, I grant you, like, more likely than the opposite, by far. But
It's like
it did just... Yeah, go ahead.
I could see there being like a balance where there are people who like think like I'm contributing to the team, but then there's also the caveat. How do you say that word?
Caveat.
I always fuck it up. Caveat, caveat. I can't. It's either of those two. Either way, but then there's the opposite on the other hand, where like you know you feel like you're doing more for the team, but if you aren't doing as much for the team, then you're being more of a liability. So it's like on a case by case basis. But since I don't really see that, like, you know, you're doing more for the team because there are less teammates kind of thing. It's just kind of the bad part, and that's it. Like there's like no real good, but just the bad in those scenarios, I guess. That makes sense. I definitely
No, like I get that,
properly.
like this, especially with like your thing of like not wanting to fuck up in front of others and all that. The anxiety, ladder anxiety, or whatever you called it.
That's like yeah, like usually in competitive stuff.
Yeah, I can get that. Like that makes sense to me. It's just because I don't have that. I'm just like if I'm not contributing, why the fuck am I even here? I need my ego stroked. I do that by being the best. But yeah,
Birdie.
Verdi.
Okay, do you have vertiginous golf?
I don't know. Maybe I'll have to check.
Maybe next Steam sale, if not. Yeah, if we're done with that.
Yeah.
One thing we didn't talk about last time.
We have a disconnect. This has
Already, yeah.
Verdi is just fucked off and abandoned us.
One thing we didn't talk about last time, because there was just so much Smash stuff to talk about, was Mario Tennis Aces. Already established, big fan of it. They're adding Spike again, and I think that
Is Spike?
yeah, okay, even better, even better. For my point, this is like no contest that neither of us want this character in the game. Spike is
no
like
idea who it is.
He was in 1 or 2 levels in Mario 3. He was the green guy that would spit up the giant spike balls and throw them.
Oh.
So it's like Nintendo put
Yes.
puts Koopas and Bloopers and Goombas in as characters, and then, you know, those are iconic and are in every game, and then they put Spike.
Sure.
And I mean,
put this dickhead who's going to know the name for one, because I fucking don't, and I've played that game a lot.
I mean, for most people, Spike's first game was New Super Mario Bros. Because, like, at least in like the cliff levels, he was more prevalent and
I don't
existed.
even remember him in that. I don't even remember him in Super Mario 3. I played in like the new Super Mario Bros. Games.
I think most people only know him as like that, you know, enemy character that no one cares about that's been added to Mario Party and Mario Tennis and shit.
See, this is we're kind of reaching this problem for like Nintendo's big franchises, where it's kind of like you need to get some new character blood flowing in that shit, like some consistently new character blood, you know?
I mean, there's Pauline, and I mean, as much as I hate to say it,
You can't take it, yeah. And I get your point. I would actually love to see Cappy somehow just swing a blade with a tennis racket sticking out one
I can't
side.
say it. I can't say it. I can't recommend that character being playable in anything or showing up in any
They just make
game
it like
ever.
a generic cat ghost, because the regular ones are cute.
Yeah, I mean, he'd have to be in his ghost form, obviously, but like Tiara, I love Tiara. Tiara's cute as fuck, but like the other one, no, gross. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, as I expected.
Oh, I have splashdown, right?
You know, like
He's gonna be in the next Mario Kart, and I'm gonna be upset. They're gonna bring back double dash mechanics, but put Cappy in it.
Happy pizza.
And it makes me so sad. They're gonna put him in Smash.
They probably are. Well, yeah, that's about as well as I expected that to go.
I mean, as long as he's just eyes on a hat and he doesn't make any sound, that's fine.
He'll make signs. Of course it will.
No.
I mean,
no.
you probably won't hear it over the actual fighting noises.
No, I don't want to hear it at all. Not at all. Silence him. He can make the DreamWorks face as much as he wants. I hate that, but he can make it if he doesn't make any sound. This is the worst part.
Mario banned from our Smash session.
You can bring your campy, what's the word? Your zoning Samus back. Just don't bring Mario. He's not allowed. I'm throwing the baby out with the bathwater here. Goodbye, baby Mario. Imagine if they made baby Cappy. I think I would actually.
I would shit. I would just on the spot. I would just project shit out of my ass.
Break my Nintendo Switch in half. Yeah, I made that tweet once. I wonder if people think that I'm a psychopath. I'm like,
no, it's one of those little thoughts like where people, you're walking over a high thing. You're like, what if I drop my phone?
Yeah, I know, but like, still, it's like.
It's just one of those little curiosity things. Like,
no, but like, I think it would be satisfying to snap a Nintendo Switch. Like, do you ever just hold it in handheld mode and think like?
It has that thing where it's like it feels like a plank you're about to snap into something.
This is like this would be perfect.
Had that thought before.
This would be perfect to knee right now. Just slam it against my knee. I think that every time I hold it in handheld mode. Not like I ever would, obviously.
Before, like not that much, but I've had it before. And like this feels like if I just turn like the Joy-Cons one way, they would just snap. Just in fucking two. It does have that sort of build to it.
Have Cappy on the screen while you snap it. I want to kill it all the way over there, but I guess. Just 3 more. I'll steal it from
Yeah, but someone's got the last one. They just have to actually bring it to the fucking basket.
So I should have stolen it, is what you're saying.
Yes, you should have. Like always, just always. Don't we've established that the Splatoon 2 public player base is just generally incompetent unless they're fighting you, in which case they're like actual Jedi. But
yeah, you can't have that double standard.
I have that double standard because I fucking lived that double standard. That was what made me take up the aerospace. I'm like, I bet even this won't work, and then it fucking works. I could just make up for like the downfall, like the slack area, like every other incompetent shit was leaving on my team.
We kind of got sidetracked. Because Spike wasn't the main point, actually. I hate Spike, but like, and I hate how he's back in. But the main point is that they used renders for like old renders for the character select screen again, and you might be like, oh Chris, they're updated renders from like Mario Party 10 or whatever. They're still not renders specific to the game. And a lot of them are just the same poses as renders from the GameCube era anyways. Just like, they look fluffier and Peach has lips and shit, like...
She never had a mouth until now.
Everyone's talking about, oh, I want to kiss those lips. And I'm like, okay, internet, Tumblr.
Why are you surprised about that?
Tumblr's coming in again, but yeah.
I mean, if it's Tumblr, in that case, you're allowed to kiss them unless you're a guy, in which case that's evil. It's illegal.
Yeah, it just makes me kind of worry about that game now. Because don't they have renders for that game?
See, here's the thing, right? I don't think like a generic fucking character select screen that probably have like the barest minimum of effort and thought put into it is indicative of any the quality of the game itself. I mean, I feel like that's like,
it could go 2 ways.
I think. I think that
it could be.
That's like serious catastrophizing.
I mean, I think it could go 2 ways. It could be it's the character select screen who gives a shit. We're gonna work on the actual game. Or it could be the character select screen is so easy to just do, and they don't do it.
See, no, like
So they're gonna cut corners everywhere else.
Who gives a shit? Because like,
I do. I want this game.
I mean,
to be
you
good.
do, but like, you shouldn't. Is what
Also,
I'm saying.
you have to look at that character select screen every time you play a match.
Yeah, but here's the thing: like, no one actually gives a shit. They just go play the one character I like, Rosalina, and then that's
What?
it. What?
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 Stream of positivity. Remember what I said during the stream of positivity. Alright, flying fucker. Hooah! Zoom-zoom-wah! Have you been seeing that new things with Edda and Eddie sound effects meme?
I have, yeah. I really appreciated the first one. Like the first one I saw was like one of the central combat scenes from the raid. That
Really?
is basically my favorite. Yeah, that's the raid you saw on that. If you saw that one, that's the raid.
Did you retweet that? I don't think I saw it.
I don't think I retweeted it because I think I saw it on like a friend linked it to me from like a Tumblr page. You can go back and find it probably.
I could have sworn that you were gonna say the Dragon Ball one. That's the first one.
No,
I
haven't seen that one. Like, the one I saw was like from the raid, and I was like, that's actually fucking weird. It'll also give you a good taste of what the raid is. So if I can ever make you watch that somehow.
Splatoon 2 Salmon Run with Edda and Eddie sound effects.
And then they did have some stupidly like satisfying sound effects.
I think everyone's favorite is that meme one where it's like zoom zoom wah. But
yeah, I mean, that was it's a great sign.
I think my favorite is Mama.
Like basically all my favorite like sound effects from Edda and Eddie were the ones that just sound like someone was getting fucking murdered. And that was like one of them, and a lot of them would just came from whenever Ed did like anything.
Yeah, pretty much. Do you ever hear Ed's Grounded rap?
No, I don't think I want to.
That's vintage. It's a vintage meme. Very old. I remember having it on loop when I was a kid. Oh my god, that was like when Mick rolled, or what's its real name? I forget.
What?
The who UNO and was her with Ronald McDonald.
Yeah.
The one that started it all. It all starts with this. Yeah, the real question is if we're both gonna get Mario Tennis Aces.
I mean,
and if it will last.
I don't know. Depends on whoever gets like their shit kicked in the most, and then they get mad and don't want to play anymore.
If I get so good with the chain chomp that Gavin doesn't want to play anymore.
I mean, like the characters are all identical, so.
No, that's not true.
Is it not?
Power types, defense types, tricky types.
Oh, okay.
Technique types, you know.
Alright.
They changed some of that up from the previous games.
I vaguely remember that from the N64 one. I remember that's why I picked Birdo a lot, because I was like, you're fucking super fast.
What the fuck is your problem?
What?
Playing as Beardo? What the hell?
Yeah. Beardo, excuse me.
Disgusting.
Are you referring to her status?
That's its name.
Are you being...
That's Beardo's name. It's Beardo.
Birdo.
No, it's Beardo.
Birdo.
Oh yeah, also one thing, when I booted this up to test that one thing, like, you know how instead of the TV broadcast they have them on the stage talking?
Yeah.
You think, like, in the canon Splatoon thing, every single time someone comes into the square, they have to stop singing and say the news to the entire crowd because one new person joined?
Probably not. I imagine it's just you're just here at the right time.
Like with the TV broadcast, it makes sense because you can just turn it on, and it's just something that was recorded. But with this, they're live on stage.
I mean, like the TV broadcasts are also live.
Does it say live or whatever in the squid language?
They literally just wheel off and go sit down after you watch it.
But I guess like with that, you don't have to have your TV on or on that channel. But here, like, you're trying to enjoy a concert. Just makes you think. god, he's so ugly. Gross. Alright, anyways, we're gonna switch to battle block, and maybe it will be the end. Or something bad will happen. Again.
I mean, the something bad will probably be putting my like hand to your face if you somehow delay this.
So tune in for that.
Alright.
I was covering that up. Why am I hungry?
Okay.
I just ate. I just ate a burrito bowl and a bagel. How am I? You know what?
Where are you hungry? Fucking
It's like, do you ever get that where like?
I mean, granted, like stir fries aren't actually very
like pancakes. How pancakes aren't filling.
I mean, I don't really eat pancakes, so I don't know.
All right, here we go.
But like, stir fries tend not to be very filling. Like after I eat them like at like midnight or whatever, sometimes I get hungry again. It's like, oh well.
Like this food is definitely filling. But I think it's
I
like
mean, it's really tasty. It just doesn't fill me as long as like other shit does.
it's like I don't get. It's like what am I saying? I do get this feeling sometimes. Like so, it might just be a thing that happens. But I wonder why. Like there, you know, we've been studying biology for hundreds of years now. Someone has to have an explanation.
Probably does.
If I like type in "still starving" after eating, someone's gonna say like the food hasn't digested yet. Can be due to leptin resistance. This sounds like a. It sounds like a. What's that website that always says you're gonna die?
What?
What's that health website that says you're always gonna die when you look up stuff?
What? Like WebMD? Is it?
WebMD. That's it. That's what this sounds like. Leptin, a hormone produced by body fat, controls whether or not you feel full after eating. This is because the body secretes leptin when you've had enough to eat and tells your brain you're full. Leptin resistance. That's a term. I really wish that OBS made it so that you not like all desktop audio wasn't the same thing.
That would be really nice, yeah.
But I would also like it. Oh shit, I'm still recording. Uh-oh. Sorry, Splatoon 2 people.